Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching. And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Vicious headbutt.
And is he? Yeah, looks like he's bleeding now. Ooh. Headlock. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm. The High Chief. Sky high.
Oh! What a counter! George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog.
Each shot landing with a little bit more venom.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
All these counters, it's like they're in each other's minds. Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse. Oh, man! Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael.
Nice takedown. Stack them up. Reverses the pin. Shoulders down. He cuts the pin attempt short.
Vicious right forearm.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here. Sliding out of danger there. Oh! George with great awareness. The animal may be wounded prey at this point. The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt. Another attack to the head and looking a little dazed.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
able to fight Maivia off.
And Steele isn't looking helpless anymore.
This could be a good chance for Steele to get some distance and rethink things.
Punishing.
And George Steele has the High Chief in dire straits after that move.
Arm wringer in control. They're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
And making it all the way to the top of the cage really has to balance now.
Faithful of Steele.
Good fight.
And he crashes.
Blast off. Oof, nobody home. Forearm.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for...
Oh, here it comes. Just breaking down the opponent.
Maivia can taste it now. Peter Maivia turning his attention to the WWE Universe now.
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash!
He saw that one coming. Took him out at the knee.
Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
So much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
This has been a true brawl, and you can see Maivia and Steele are pushing each other to the limit.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie stuff.
Going for it again. Caught with the backbreaker. No way Steele's coming back from that.
There's two. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Peter Maivia.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew.